Saving money for kids with silver and gold. How can you get them stacking early? Hey, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy in a bucket talking about precious metals. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked, and that way you get updated with any new content. So in this video, I'm actually going to be talking about something that I think is probably one of the more important topics or issues that I probably will ever cover on my channel, and that is stacking from an early age. Now, we know as kids growing up, our parents try to instill in us the importance of saving. And while that is a very invaluable skill to be able to save your money, it is very challenging to do, as many of us are very well aware. That being said, I have found over the years, even as an adult, saving money to be a challenge. However, in discovering stacking of precious metals like silver and gold, I have found that it has been a lot easier to do. And I'm sure many of you watching this video agree. And which brings me to the point of this video, is that I think there are ways in which you can get your children or nieces or nephews or what have you into stacking early on. Because if you think about it, how many of you believe that you would have been in a much better place if you've been stacking silver and gold for years and years and years? I know that if I were stacking for many years, that I would have been in a much better position than I am right now. Now, luckily, I figured it out very early on in my mid-20s. However, I still wish that I was saving money in silver and gold from an earlier age. Now, that's the thing. A lot of kids aren't going to necessarily want to be putting their money in silver and gold. It's just a more mature type of thing to do. It's not really something that a child would necessarily want to do. However, the nice thing about stacking is that there is something in it for everybody, which brings me to this box. I bought each of my children. I have a 7 and 5-year-old boys. Both are a handful, and you've seen them in some of my videos. I bought them each one of these little lock boxes because they wanted a safe, kind of like their father's, and they keep these very well hidden. But I have been buying them some silver coins that they are into, that they enjoy collecting, subject matter that is important to them. And that is the nice thing about silver and collecting, is that there usually is a genre for just about everybody, right? So I'm just going to open this up as an example to kind of show you some of the things that I've been buying for my children. And you know what one kid is into, the other one is not into it, right? Both of my children, they are into Star Wars. And I think many of you who are watching this channel are probably somewhat into Star Wars as well. Otherwise, I don't think you necessarily would have stopped on the channel, being that there is some sort of like Star Wars theme to go along with it. But the nice thing about Star Wars is that there's a coin series for them. And this is something that they definitely get excited for. When a new coin comes out, I typically buy this for them and they get very excited. Or maybe the Tooth Fairy leaves it for them, or maybe Santa Claus. But nonetheless, they definitely enjoy collecting this series. They like receiving these as gifts. I think that they do know that they cost money. I don't think they necessarily understand the concept, though, of like how much these are worth, right? I mean, it's hard for people to kind of get the concept of money until they're much older. But the fact remains that, you know, here is a series of, Star Wars, and it's in a silver bullion form. And who knows how long this series is going to go on for. It can go on and on and on. I mean, the Star Wars universe is pretty much endless. So being that these are coins, but they are collectible, while the children are probably not into it necessarily, obviously because of the silver content, they don't care. They just think they're cool coins. When they are older, they will see that there is that intrinsic value locked within them, that they do have, well, they did have a monetary value, right? So there's like a Star Wars series, and my 5-year-old and 7-year-old, they both really enjoy these. The other thing is that my 5-year-old loves dinosaurs. And so here he received this dinosaur coin. This is the first of the Prehistoric Life series. He received this as a gift, I think. Maybe it was for his birthday, or maybe it was because of the tooth fairy. I don't think he's lost any teeth yet. So it's either a birthday or Christmas gift or something along those lines. But he's really into dinosaurs. So now when the next coin comes out, I or somebody will be getting them this coin. Then you also have things that are just, Disney related, and Christmas related, right? Just as stocking stuffers. These are just nice, happy holidays rounds. I've sold some of these on my auctions, and these are vintage rounds. And, they're not necessarily collectible, but they're just kind of cool, and just something to throw in the stocking. They get excited for it, and then it just gets stored away. But right there, maybe I purchased these for like $17 a piece, and now here they are sitting at around $30 a piece. And again, a 5-year-old already having a collection like this is really, really special. And unfortunately, due to COVID, we were planning on going to Disney, the entire family. And then COVID came. We had the tickets already purchased and the hotels already booked, and the food and everything all set to go. And COVID happened. So we didn't get to go to Disney, which really, really stinks. But my wife and I I purchased these Disney coins and put them in their stockings, and put them in there as a hint as to where we were going to be going. However, because everything got shut down, we didn't end up telling them about the trip. And so they just got some really cool Disney coins. Other times I like to bribe my children. If I have to run to the coin shop and they think it is the most boring thing in the world, sometimes I will let them pick out a coin. I would never buy a colorized coin like this, but my 5-year-old really, really liked it. So I said, okay, we will buy you that colorized coin. So here we've got a Year of the Horse silver colorized bullion round. What else does he have in here? And just some other like coins or whatever. So you can get your children stacking early if you buy them stuff that they are interested in. If you, if you pay them an allowance, you can maybe consider working with them or talking to them about giving it to them in silver coins. It completely depends on what your child is into, and what they're willing to accept, and so on and so forth. I actually have confiscated these from the 5-year-old because I'm finding these coins all over the room and everything, and he's like losing everything. So I kind of commandeered his little safe there. Going further along with the the themes, that there's something in it for everybody. My older boy likes, Marvel. So very well, those of you that are already seasoned stackers, that there is a Marvel series. So you can find something, either an entire series or just one-offs, whether it be one character in particular that your child may be into. And then, again, we've got all sorts of stuff in stacking, like kookaburras, you got pandas, you've got koalas, you got different types of wildlife, things like that. The nice thing about this stuff, though, too, guys, like an American Silver Eagle as a gift, is that it's also like a keepsake. And as a kid, I got an American Silver Eagle given to me as a gift, I think for a birthday at one point. And, I thought it was nice and cool, and I just kind of threw it in my own little lockbox or whatever. I didn't think too much of it. But now as an adult, I see it there, and I was like, wow, that's really awesome. Just think about the fact, too, that if you are giving, let's say, your niece or your nephew or your child some money as a gift, instead of giving them a $20 or a $50 bill for their birthday present or their Christmas present, if you give them a coin or a couple of coins, they're most likely not going to a local coin shop to trade it in for cash, right? It's going to actually sit there and it's going to retain its value. Whereas if you're giving them $20 or $50 or whatever as a gift, they're going to go spend it on some sort of junk, maybe ice cream or some sort of like, like a video game or something. So if you give it to them in a coin form, like an American Silver Eagle or what have you, they're most likely going to keep it. And the other thing too is, pardon me, they do maintain some sentimental value as well. These were handed down to me from my great-grandparents. And so for me, while these aren't really necessarily worth anything other than the fact that they're 90% silver, the fact remains is that they are, kind of heirlooms, right? These are once owned by my grandparents, and so I will probably end up just giving these to my children when I get much older, so that way they can have these and do what they will with them. So you've got a bunch of different angles that you can save some money for your children. Again, start stacking early. Get them stacking early instead of putting just regular old change in piggy bank like this. Start considering giving them actually bullion grade coins, so that way they have something to kind of fall back on in the future and they're not going to really necessarily spend it. Very, very important skill to teach children how to start saving. And I do feel that precious metals in the form of silver and gold definitely help adults save their money. And I think that, if you get children coins such as these from an early age, you're going to kind of start teaching them the value of saving money and the value of precious metals. And I just want to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. Check out these videos. Until next time, long live the Empire.